Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Tom here, T&BH Gaming. Today we are going to start a new season of Out of Ore. They've had some updates in Out of Ore. You have added a lot of things to it. Power, you have to have power to run your conveyors and stuff now, and all your equipment. So it's pretty interesting. So we're going to start a new season, and we'll get into that now. Go to create new. I don't know where I want to start at. You got the Iron Pit, Scandinavia, Mine Town, Coal Plant, Forest Quarry, Forest Hills, Forest Flat, and then what was that? Arctic Winter, and then Grass Flat. I would think that I would want to start in either the coal plant or Iron Mountain Pit. Let's start in Iron Mountain Pit. We're going to do a hardcore, no capital, no nothing. That's rough. Creative standard. Created infinite capital. I don't want that either. Standard. We could start there. $400,000 capital. Standard interest rate, high interest rate. Let's do the standard. XP gain standard, breakdown standard, fuel consumption standard. Yeah, we'll just leave it all standard. I've never tried hardcore before, but man, that's starting with nothing. I mean, nothing. Let's say that we've got some money from either the bank or from capital from we saved up, and we'll start with $400,000. So you can do 1 million, infinite, 100,000, 400,000. We'll start with 400,000. Wait a minute, I want to name it. Let's go Iron Mountain Pit. PT playthrough. Because I think I already have a personal game win the Iron Mountain Pit, so we're going to do Iron Mountain Pit playthrough. Alright, here we go. Loading up out of grease, well cracks. Let's go over. I got to take you guys off there. There we go. And we're in the game. I can jump in first person view. Our Iron Mountain Pit. So you have a little town here. Here's you got a fuel tank, a sell point, and over here you got the company bank, old house. I don't know what's in here, your house. Let's go look up and see what's in here. Nothing much. Guess if you wanted, you could be your house. Here's another one. This looks like it might have been a house. Could be in a saloon or something. Got upstairs. I like this house better. It won't let me jump off the balcony. Let's see. And you got the general store. So here's your general store. You get on the computer and you buy stuff. So let's start with the general store. We got $400,000. I think the first thing we need to buy is vehicle, and I think it needs to be a loader. And we only got $400,000, so we're gonna have to take it easy here and buy the. Let's get the cheapest one. What is that one? Capacity is 7.3 and 386 horsepower. Or kW, whatever. This one is 6.5 and only 190. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get the 78,000 one. We could get the 126,000. What is that? But it's only 6.5 capacity, and it's only sell that, sell that, sell that, and then we're gonna purchase find the materials. I'm not sure where it's at. Equipment, tracks, explosive, hand tools. There it is, hand tools. So I guess selling the axe wouldn't do because it doesn't have a fast axe. So we're just gonna buy an axe back, and we're gonna put him over there. And we're gonna buy a fast pickaxe, fast sledgehammer, and fast shovel. Okay, so we got all the fast stuff we need. And then after that, I think we're gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna leave that for now, and we're gonna run down here, and I don't know if we should do it up here or down there. We could set up our mine. There's coal. There's all kind of stuff down here you can get into. Right quick. There's some pay dirt down there we can get into right quick. So if we went let's jump down here, boom, boom, boom. I think we cut this ledge out right here. And this one here. And we start a tunnel right there. That's what I think. So let's go ahead and we're going to put our, let's bring up our HUD here. So we need to drop our tractor right there. And let's see. Dropping our tractor right here. We need to build some kind of plant here. I want to build it back over here, I think. So let's see if we go. Let's go back to here. Let's go to factory so we can see what's going on. So we're gonna need a big hopper, at least one. We gotta watch our money because we're at 300,000, a little under 300,000. So we're gonna build a big hopper, and then let's go to production here. So production, we need The first thing I think we need to put in line is, well, let's go through these. Okay, so the coal screener. So the coal screener, any material will come in. Coal is going to come out, along with dirt, pay dirt, blasted rock, crushed rock. So we could put the coal screener first, and all this stuff will come out the other side. But I don't think the coal screener. What's the trommel do? So any material in, and the trommel will push dirt and pay dirt out the other end. It comes out the bottom actually, and then you get your coal and your blasted rock and your crushed rock and your gravel and all that comes out the front, and your iron ore and all that. So I think and then if you put a jaw crusher in there, that's you're going to take your frother in. Frother will take your iron, your copper ore, your aluminum, your silver. It'll take gravel and turn it into iron, copper ore, aluminum, silver ore, cold ore, and lithium, and then the tailings and everything else comes out the other end. So, or you could take your gravel and you could run it through an asphalt plant and make asphalt. Sluice box takes pay dirt. That's what we're going to put it off of one of our, probably off of the trommel that sends the pay dirt and the dirt out of one end of it, and then we'll run it through a sluice box, and the dirt will go off one end, and the gold ore and diamond and rubies and silicone will be stay in the sluice box, and then we'll run a conveyor over to a sell point to drop the dirt in and sell the dirt. I think that's how we do that. But we need to figure out what we're going to put in line first. So if we want this in line first, then our coal and blasted rock and crushed rock and gravel and all that stuff comes out. And then we want to separate our coal. So we'll put the coal screener in and we'll separate our coal, and then all that stuff will come out. And then I think we send it through the frother. No. We send it through the jaw crusher, which takes blasted rock and solid rock and sends out crushed rock. And then we send it through the cone crusher, which takes crushed rock and brings out gravel. And then we'll send the gravel through the frother. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So, trommel, coal screener. No, we're going to need a sluice box. Where are we at on cash? $275, because we got to watch it now, because we got to buy. We have to buy, nope, sorry guys, it's my phone. We have to buy, and you probably got, what the wash plant do? The wash plant takes pay dirt, sends out dirt, gold ore. But you can get the same thing with the sluice box. So let's, so we got the trommel, and then we set the coal screen, and the coal screen will take just the coal and send everything else through, and then we'll take and there was something that separated. Shaker, yeah, that was the shaker. The shaker will take the coal and the blasted rock and the crushed rock out, and send everything else through. I know we're going to need a frother. A shaker screen. Right? Alright, let's go to we're going to need, I'll wait to see how many of them we need. I'm going to get one or two right. Let's get 3 right now and see what we need. So we know off the bat we're going to need some power. So while we got that much, I'm going to go ahead and buy the 1800 kilowatt wind turbine, because it's going to take a lot to run all this stuff we got right now. We might not use all this right now. We might start off with just the trommel and put everything in storage and sell it, because we're going to need power for this. So, and let's get a that's it, 3600 watt power pole. We're going to need a 10 times speed power input. You put these behind your hoppers or anywhere you need to force to give power to the conveyors, because that's what this does. Power input, it powers your conveyors. So we need at least one of them, maybe 2. And did it give me 2? No, it only give me 1. So I'll wait on that, because we may only need a 3 times speed. Does what? 3 times speed gives you 200 watt power consumption. Let's go with let's go with a 5 times speed. So let's start with that. That's good enough to start with. Let's get out of here. We got to find a place to put this. So if we put this, where are we? Right there. So we can come down the hill. We need to put it over here somewhere out of the way. So we put it here. All right, we're going to put that there. And it's coming out the wrong end. Okay, so let's grab that back. So we need to move that back. So we're going to put that, because it comes out the other end. So let's put it right here. Get it off the wall there. There we go. So we'll put it right there. And then we're going to put our, let's get our 10 times power output and our trommel. And while we're in here, we'll go ahead and do conveyors. And we're going to need a an up. We need an 8.6 up. I wonder if we can get by with a 4.4 up. No, let's do 8.6. Need 8.6 up at least. At least. Let's see where we go from there. We need to put this right there. Go ahead and put our, did I get, where's my I didn't buy the, I thought I bought the windmill. Did I not buy the windmill? I can't afford it now. We're gonna have to go with a. We ain't even got that. We're gonna have to sell something back here. Let's wait on the frother. And buy the 800 kilowatt wind turbine. I thought I bought a wind turbine. Maybe not. Set it. Right there. Go ahead and put our pole. I usually stick it right on there somewhere. And then we need some cables to hook it up. At least 2. So we take this, hook it there, hook it there, hook it there. Then we turn this on. Boom, giving us 800 watts. And then we're going to turn this on. It's taking 600 watts already, or 600 kilowatts already. Is that 800 kilowatts? Or yeah, it's 800 kilowatts. So this is going to be rough. So we need the up. And we need the sluice box. And so let's see. Let's go back to our production. What's coming out of the sluice box? Dirt and pay dirt out the bottom. Everything else out the other end. Well, we're going to have to go to the bank. We're going to have to borrow some money, guys. Let's borrow 500,000. Hate to do that. Hate to do that, but we're going to need a left turn. We're going to need one of these hoppers. So that's going to turn left. And let me go ahead and do 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll buy 5 of them real quick because these help me. They'll help you line up like that. 3, 4. Help you line up where you're going to put your hoppers at. So the hopper is going to have to go there and come this way. So we're going to put one more behind this. And we're going to take this out and put our hopper right there. So they'll come out the bottom right there. Pay dirt and dirt will come out the bottom right there into this hopper. Right? And then we want it. And we're going to put this 5 times in there. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get. I think what I'm going to do real quick, guys, I'm going to sell this thing. Go back. I'm going to get this one. Go ahead and get 2 of them, yeah. Because we may need to, but for right now, this will do. So this right there. This I want to put right there. I'm gonna need another pole back here. Yep. So let's get us another pole and some more wire. We'll put a pole right here. And we'll get some wire. To this pole, from that pole to that. All right, now get out from under here. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn that on. Turn that on. So the grid load is 1141 kilowatts right now. You got to really watch this and take care of it. Make sure you're not going over that 1800 kilowatts. If the grid gets over 1800 kilowatts, something's not going to work because you only got an 1800 kilowatt wind turbine. So you got to make sure you're not running over 1800 kilowatts. What do we want to put here? I think we want the sluice box there. Yeah, we want the sluice box there. And then I think we want another up. But I think we want an 8x6 up. And then we want a chute and our cell point. Okay, so there's our 8x6 up. Here's our chute. And we're going to take our cell point and we need to put it in here. This is kind of, you just kind of got to eyeball it. I just kind of get myself lined up with it. I'm going to turn this, kind of get it in the middle. I'm going to back up a little more. I think right there. Let's look and see. And yep, that's going to drop. That's going to drop right in there, so that's good. All right, now we're going to need to work on the other end of this. So coming out of here, let's go to our back down to our factory and go to our production. So coming out of this is going to be coal, blasted rock, and crushed rock, gravel, iron ore, all of that. So, and then if we do the shaker screen, it'll separate the coal and the blasted rock and the crushed rock, right? And run everything else through. So I think that's ought to be the next thing. Should be the shaker screen and separate the coal and the blasted rock and the crushed rock. Because then we can send the crushed rock through here and then send it through here and get gravel. And then we can send the gravel through here. Yeah, we'll do that. So, all right, so let's put the shaker screen in next. Do I have a shaker? I do have a shaker screen. So But you always got to remember when you do when you put these production machines in there, some of them stuff comes out the bottom, goes out this way, and then it comes along this and comes out this bottom over here. And that's why you got to put a hopper down here and run it through whatever you're going to run it through. So we could go right now and we could make money. We could put well, we got a little bit of money left. We got 254,000, so we can still build our plant. But right now, you could make good bit of money right now. And if you wanted to, you could turn this when it come out of there. Turn it this way or that way, so it's not. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. You guys talk me into it. So I want to get a left, right? So let's go to conveyors. Let's get another left. And let's put all this stuff down here. I don't need all that stuff right now. I'm going to leave that there. I don't need that up there right now. I do need that. And I need the left. So let's put us a left here, right? Left, right, right, left. But we got to remember, we got to save room for the shaker there, right there too. So, or we got to leave room to get into the, so we can get into the hopper right there, so we can dump our stuff. So I should have went with a right, probably. Let's change that around. Let's go with a right. So let's get us a right. We'll swap them two. And do I have a 4? I got an 8x6 up. Do I have another 4 up? No. So let's go ahead and get one of them because I might need it. So let's turn this to the right. And then put our sluice box in. And we're getting too close, so I could do another right. And then do an up. Let's see. I'm thinking about it, guys. I'm trying to run it through my brain here to get it straight. Run that straight out a little bit. We don't want to come way out here and then get our right. And then get another right. And then put our sluice box in. Okay. And then could we get another right? And bring it back. And we gotta make sure we leave room for this, so the shaker screen is gonna go there, so let's go ahead and put it in. It needs to go up. So we need the 4x4 up. Then we can put the shaker screen in. We need another hopper. All right, let's see. And we'll put one there, put one there, and we'll put a hopper in. So that just gives me something to attach it to, so I know the hopper is where it needs to be to catch the stuff coming out. And then we can get rid of them. Because we're going to have to put a, we have to dig this out because we're going to have to put a input, power input back here. Let's get us where we're at, 223. Let's get us another power input. Another 5 times. Put it up there. No, that ain't what I wanted to go there. That's what I wanted to go there. Still got to dig out a little bit more. Good on this side. Let's go check this side. All right, we're good there. So then we need another power pole. Put right there. Need some more cables. Run it over to this power pole, and that one to that. Now let's turn this on and see what happens. We're at 1606. So if we go any further, we're going to put down another windmill, and we go much further. So what's going to come out of the shaker screen? Let's go to our production. And out of the shaker screen is going to come coal and blasted rock. So for right now, I think if we put the coal screener in there, I think we're going to have to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and put our storage things in right now, guys. So I'm going to put the storage in there. And we'll swap them two there out. I'm going to put a left. No. Let's do it right. said left times 2. How come I didn't see the other one? So we'll do it right. I need another straight piece. I don't want to come out any further out there though. I don't know. It's going to be conveyor. Another straight one. Then we can go right and right again. Then we can go sluice box. I might put one right there, catch the coal. Can I do this? Can I put a Can we put a straight one piece in there? Then put the right. Then put the sluice box. What are we looking like there? Yeah, there we go. And then put another right. Can we do another right? And another right. Let's see. Let's try another straight piece. Then the right. Is that going to work? And then the other right. All right, let's see what we can do here. I don't know if we're going to do that. You'll be able to do this or not, but got the up. We need to shoot. Is that going to go in there? And that needs to come over a little bit more, doesn't it? How's that? That should drop in. And that's running alongside of it. So we need to get rid of that and that. And then we need it up by 4. Right there. Then we need the straight piece. Then we need the right. Then we need another right. Then we need the sluice box. Get 2 straight pieces. Nope, we gotta put a straight piece over there, that's right. Straight piece. Then the right. Then the sluice box. All right, let's try this a different way. I'm running it through my head. So that's an up by 4. So what if I went an up by 6? Right here. Okay. Then I go with a straight by 4. Right? Then we take a right turn. Straight piece. Right turn. Sluice box. So dirt's coming out of here, right? So then we make a right. And another right. Oh yeah, we're right there, aren't we? And then we put our chute in there. The chute. Yeah. Now we're talking. Then we put this thing in there somewhere. Right there's where it needs to be, but it needs to be down. Is that gonna catch it? That should catch it right there. So where don't I have something? So the coal's gonna go into there. All that's just going to go in there. Dirt's going to go in there. That one's being caught. So everything's got something being caught right now. Alright, let's go ahead and, before we do anything else, is all this running though? Yeah, woo, we're pushing it too, right at 1800. But are they all running? I can't tell. This is. That's running. That is running. Those are turning. Turning, 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 turning. Turning. Not turning. Those are not turning. See, so there's not, means there's not enough juice over there. So this is not going to be strong enough. Let's go ahead and get us, while we got the money, get us a 10 times. Yeah, don't take all of our money. We need it 10 times. Just gonna make sure everything is running now. Them wheels are turning. Them wheels are turning. Go through the sluice box here. Them wheels are turning now. Alright, everything's turning now, so it'll drop into the... Alright, so let's go get in our loader here. Let's grab some dirt. Might as well start over here by the... Make some room right here. Okay, how I like to do this is first thing I'm going to do is go to the store. And get me a, do I got enough? I don't have enough. Shoot. Okay, well, we'll have to go without it until I get enough. Alright, first load of dirt. Go on here so you can see it go up the... Alright, let's follow it. My money going up. Yep. 47. What it leaving the sluice box? Alright, 34 gold. Ruby, diamond, and iron ore. And we could sell that right now. What we need, how much do we need to get our how much do we need to get our, we need 15,700 to get our smelter, and then 7,200 to get a wash plant. So but we need about $2,300, $23,000. We need about $23,000. So we can keep doing this and selling the dirt off. Or if we took our gold ore and our ruby ore and our diamond ore and our silicone ore out of there, and we went to sell, how much will we get for it? Only $1,000 for that. Only $500 for that. $197 for that. And $182 for that. So I think what I want to do is keep that stuff. So I want to keep that stuff. See how that dug down in the dirt? I tried to go level with this thing. It went down a little bit there. That's better. That's better. So we are in the pay dirt right there. So we're going to get some gold and diamond and all that stuff. But right now we're just going to sell dirt. And I'm down to $3,600 because of my loan, because I'll have to get out of the tractor. Because right now I'm paying, how much am I paying? $583 a minute because I have a $500,000 loan. So we got to get this loan off our back quick. We'll try to pay it down as much as we can. As long as we keep going up on that money over there instead of down, we'll be good to go. Just keep on selling dirt. Bring that down before I turn this thing over. All right, real quick, I need to jump out, get my shovel. Try to get this leveled out. get this pay dirt. We're at 6,000. I'm gonna say we need $15,000 for that. We need $15,000, $15,700 I think for the smelter. As long as we're getting this pay dirt, once we get that smelter, we can smelt that gold into ore or into gold bars, and then we can make some money, because gold bars sell for quite a bit. I want to get a GPS so I can see when this bucket's level, but I'm just kind of guessing right now. Doing a good job though. We're doing a good job. Who's that just come in here? Get ready with Mendo. I'm doing fine. How you doing? Playing a little bit of out of ore here. Started the new season to because I found playing my other playthroughs, it's can be difficult trying to connect all these all this power and stuff to the old style conveyors and stuff. So it can be done, but it's challenging. So I just figured I'd start a new season. Right now we're just trying to get some money up so we can buy a smelter, so that we can jump off and see him. Y'all see how it goes through there, and then that is the trommel. So if we go look at our production, the trommel, it's going to spit pay dirt and dirt out of that bottom, and everything else goes through the other side. So everything else is going to go through it, and the pay dirt and dirt comes out of here, and the pay dirt comes up and it goes in here, and it goes through the sluice box, where the sluice box just has dirt comes out and everything else stays in the box. So the dirt comes out, and then I got the dirt just going into the sell point right here and selling the dirt. But we got 411 gold, diamond, ruby, silicone. So as soon as we get a wash plant and a smelter, we can start smelting some of that gold and that silicone, and then we get the wash plant, we can run the ruby and stuff through it. I don't know what's going in here, nothing yet. So what'll come out of here is, if there's anything besides the trommel, so if there's anything besides dirt and pay dirt, coal or blasted rock or any of these will come out of the other end of that, and they'll go around here and they'll go through the shaker screen, and the shaker screen will separate the coal and the blasted rock, and out of the bottom of the shaker screen will come all of this other stuff, dirt and pay dirt. There won't be no dirt and pay dirt because we've already separated that, but it'll be gravel and iron ore and copper, and all that stuff will come out of there. And right now we just got it going into here. So this will be the blasted rock and the coal, and the solid rock, and this will be all the iron ore and all the other ores will come into there for right now. And then later on we'll take that out, and we'll put we'll run some stuff under here when we get more room down here, and we'll put in some more, make the plant a little bit bigger. We're trying to keep it condensed as much as possible. You just got to make sure as it goes on, I can move this hopper further that way as we dig that out over there. And I kind of like it, the new power stuff. It's pretty cool. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Makes it more interesting. Dark out. I should really have my lights on. Let me dump this bucket. Oh, I don't have any lights on this. Oh, wow. Wonder how much lights are. Lights. So, LED lights. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or could we do, let's do that one. We need a beacon bar. Alright, I think we're done there. So now let's oh, the lights are, I got lights on it. Oh, what the hell? Pick that beacon bar off and put this one on. There they go. There we go. Wasted all that money on them lights. I didn't even need it. Get some stuff dumped over here. I'm trying to watch the chat, guys. Yeah, thank you for following, Mendo. Trying to watch the chat. Kind of hard to watch, try and drive at the same time, but we're giving it a shot. We're giving it a shot anyway. Yeah, we're down to 14. Let me go sell all these lights that were in my dam. Because I don't need that. I don't need that. And I can sell that. So now we're back up into, and I need to go ahead and do this. So I need to take this dirt and put it in here and hit consume, and it'll run through the plant. I want to go ahead, and I think I saw some over here. Oh, it's kind of in the, it's in the ground, isn't it? All right, well, I was going to try to dig up that coal right there. There's some back there, though. We'll get back there, we'll try it out and test that. Test the plant and make sure that it separates the coal like it's supposed to. But right now we just need to keep on going, keep dumping, selling dirt right now, because that's all we're doing right now, selling dirt. So see, Mendo, you play out of war, or just checking to see if it's something you might want to get? I like it. I love this game. I tell you, I played gold mining. I think it was the gold mining simulator. I used to play that. In this game, when I found this game, it was, I don't think I played gold mining simulator since I found this game. I need to go back, but it's because it's a pretty good game. So I need to go back into it and try it. But it's nothing like this one. Alright, 5,600. We can't spend no more money. Wasted that money on them lights, because you only get like half of what you paid for them when you sell them back. We're up to 6,000. You got to remember, you got to keep digging, because we're losing $500 and something a minute for this loan. $500 something thousand a minute for the loan. We're up to 7,000. So it looks like we're getting just a little over $1,000 for a bucket at this point from the sale of the dirt, which is not bad as long as we keep. Yeah, here's 8. Nope, we're back down to 65 because we just took money out for the loan. Now we're back up to 78. So yeah, so it's about $1,000 a bucket, but I'm only making about $500 every time out of each bucket, because by the time I come back with another bucket, I'm gonna lose another $500 for the loan. So I think I need to go collect all this dirt on the top of this, hanging over the ledge dirt. There you go. Where we at? 8,900. We're getting close. About $7,000 we'll have it. Just about, what, at that rate, 14 more buckets. Get that smelter. Once we get that smelter, man, and we start smelting that gold, you can make money pretty quick. Is that some coal I see back there? I think it is. We're gonna see if our coal thing works like it's supposed to. Yep. See if our plant's working like it's supposed to. You know, some a little bit of coal back in there. Getting low on fuel. We're gonna have to run up the hill here in a minute and get some fuel. That's gonna cost us. $11,000. Can we get to the 15,000 before we gotta go saving, transforming? Okay. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, whenever your this thing auto saves, transformer locks up when you don't. It won't let you transform any more dirt. So just a heads up when you. $12,000. We're getting close, guys. Getting close. We're at 13. Yeah, I need to get the smelter first. No, because all the wash plant does is all the wash plant's going to do for us at this point is diamonds and rubies, and you don't really get a lot of money for diamonds and rubies. Not as much as you can get for the smelter out of the gold that just smelt into gold bars. That you can make a killing off that stuff. I don't know how long I'm gonna run this stream. I don't even know where. About an hour and a half right now, I think. Can't see yet. About an hour and 25 minutes. So I may go to maybe 3 hours, and I'm gonna have to chop this up for YouTube. I am streaming on YouTube, but for the just regular videos, I don't like them to be much more than an hour long, so I'll have to do voiceover for the end of those. I just maybe leave it as a YouTube live stream, an hour long live stream on YouTube, and if they want to watch it, and then I'll start doing the recording videos, and I'm gonna have to go get some. Around I'm at 15,000 right now, 15,600. But I'm gonna need money to buy fuel too. I'm gonna have to go get some fuel. Alright, let's do it. We have to go up top and get fuel. Top side. It won't let me demolish that fuel tank and bring it down here because I didn't buy it. It was set there when the game started, so nothing I can do about that. I can't. Let's get behind this thing so you can see what I'm doing. I can't move the fuel tank. I'll have to wait till I can buy one, and I think it's about $2,000 for that. I'm still at $16,000. But by the time I go up here and get fuel, come back, I'm gonna lose $1,000 just for the bank loan, interest on the loan, plus whatever it costs me for fuel. So it cost me about $1,000 for fuel, and I'm gonna lose another 1,000 back down the hill. Don't turn over on me. Thank you. Ooh, them lights are bright, you can't see. $15.2. Alright, let's get to digging. Get out of them lights so I can see what I'm doing. $14.6, I knew it. See, I lost $1,000 just in time running up to that tank. So I need to get it back down here. And I'm probably going to lose another 500 here before it's over with. That's 15.7. We could buy it right now if we wanted to. That hole right there is killing me. I tried to level it out. I'm going to have to go in from this side. $17.5, so I'm going to go ahead and because I'm dumping that one. That's going to take us up to 1,800. So I'm going to go ahead right here, and I think I'm going to put that. I wonder if we could put that smelter. Let's go to purchase. Oh, get equipment out of there. We need workbenches. Smelter. I wonder if I can put it right there. Can I put it right there? That way I can just do this. We can 680 ruby ore, diamond ore, silicone ore. And then we can run that down here to the smelter. We can put all that gold over there and all that silicone over there. And we're going to go 999 because that's as much as you can make. Gold. More gold, silicone. All right, they're gonna start smelting that, and once they get smelted up, a couple hundred bars, we'll be in business. Let's see if I can go ahead and yeah, it's right there, that dip. Let me get closer to this. Get out of that dip. No, I'm not going to get out of it. All right. Wonder if I can fix it. All right. Let's see here. What we got going on here? George, what's going on? This is called Out of Ore. It's, I think, the people who originally made Gold Simulator did this game, and I think they sold the rights to Gold Simulator and then made this game. I think. I'm not positive. I'm sure somebody can look that up, but I love this game because you can drive all kind of equipment in this game. This is a new season for me. I have another season already that I played on my YouTube playthrough. But they had an update, and they came out with all these power poles and all these input things that you have to have power to run to make your conveyors run. So let's go check over here. What's in our sluice box? We got some more gold in our sluice box. More ruby ore, some more diamond ore, more silicone. And then and let's see how many bars we got. So we only got 25 bars right now. So if I take those 25 bars out and I go to sell $3,600 for 25 bars. So, but yeah, it's a pretty cool game. You get to just show you real quick. You can these are all the vehicles you can buy. Rock trucks, excavators, loaders, pavers. You can make roads in this. You can actually, there is a production chain in here where you can make asphalt out of gravel. And then you can put the gravel in put your asphalt in one of these pavers, in the paver here, and you can make a road. You could actually make a road. Loaders, dozers, graders, that's what you'd use to make your roads. These are attachments for one of the excavators. Well, there's the excavator, and one of them has, this one has no, just has an arm, and those are the attachments you can buy for it. This is a drill, so you can drill down into the earth to see what's going on and what kind of ores you have down there. So it's pretty it's a pretty cool game. It has production and stuff. Let's see. Looks like a good game. I work in a above ground coal mine. Oh, that's cool. An above ground coal mine. It's better than working in an underground coal mine. Them things are dangerous. Oh, you run the D1DR? That's nice. I like heavy equipment. I operated heavy equipment when I was younger. Before I got into warehouse work, I used to be a foreman of a underground cable crew, put cable TV in, and I used to operate a Case 760. It had a plow on the back, a trencher, a 6-way blade on the front, and a bucket. I had a excavator bucket on the front. So, and I did underground cable TV, and I've operated all kind of heavy equipment though. I used to operate a One of those big old Lowell forklifts when I was younger. I operated cranes. D10R. Yeah, bulldozer. Yeah. That's why I like this game so much, because I like operating heavy equipment. Yeah, Eastern Kentucky. Yeah, I live in we're not really too far apart. I live in north central Alabama. I'm about probably, I don't know, 10 minutes from Tennessee. Where are we at? We're at $3,800 now. I need to get to 7,200 so I can get that. I need to get all this ledge off the top here. It's the only thing weird about this game is it leaves dirt hanging in the air. I don't know if you can see it right there. There's a little piece of dirt hanging right there in the air. You run your dozer across it, it'll pick it up. When you dig out from underneath, it leaves them dirt ledges hanging over. They should actually fall to the ground. But they're still working on it. I think this only one guy is the creator for all this. My old company I used to work for had some high wall miner. Oh, I had high wall miner down in Alabama. Yeah, I'm originally from South Carolina, but I've lived here for since 2017, so about 8 years now. But now I've gotten out of the construction side of everything. I work in a automotive plant now, automotive manufacturing plant. We make parts for cars for BMW and Nissan, Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Honda, Tesla. All right, where are we at? We're at 63. We're getting close. Got to get that wash plant so I can start mining these rubies and diamonds. Oh, went back down to 5,000. Loan hit me. Got a $500,000 loan out, and costing me interest is costing me 50. I think, what was it, $580 something a minute, or $514. I can't remember what it was. It's a little over $500 a minute though. So that's why I'm trying to keep ahead of it. Right now we're just selling dirt. So I'm gonna get a couple more scoops here, and I'll walk you guys through the wash plant one more time, or through the plant one more time. 7,600. It is kind of realistic though. You'll see these little back into the wall. You'll see these little mounds of dirt just popped up on the floor, on the ground, and it's because if you drop dirt out of your bucket, it leaves a little mound on it. I keep hitting that dang wall. I gotta watch that. We're 87. All right, so we'll go and do a plant walkthrough here real quick. All right, so this is my hopper, and it goes up here. It goes through the trommel. Oop. I don't want to do that. I don't want to jump up on it. Goes through the trommel, and the trommel go to production and see. The trommel takes all the material and it puts the coal and blasted rock and iron ore and copper and all that stuff, rubies and silicone, lithium, everything else, puts it out the other end, and then dirt and pay dirt comes out of the bottom. Okay, so the dirt and pay dirt comes on that hopper right there, goes up that over there, goes through that sluice box, and I already showed you the sluice box, and that's where I'm getting right now. I'm getting from the pay dirt, I'm getting gold and silicone and diamonds and rubies. And so I got gold and silicone, diamonds and rubies going down in that smelter right there, or the gold and silicone being smelted in that smelter right there. But after it comes through the sluice box, it comes up here into the shaker box, and the shaker screen, and the shaker screen takes all the material and it separates gold, blasted rock, and crushed rock out of the end of it, and out of the bottom of it goes everything else, dirt and iron ore and copper ore and all that stuff. And right now I just got that stuff going, coming out of the bottom and going into this storage, but we haven't gotten any of that yet. And then the blasted rock and coal and stuff like that are going to go into the storage. But eventually I'm going to put a coal screen there and have separate the coal out, and then everything else will go out the other end. And then I'm going to run that stuff through a frother, because I want the gravel, I want it to mine the gravel, and then it'll give me iron ore, copper, and then tailings and everything else to go out the bottoms, and then we can sell the tailings and everything else. And then I don't think I'll ever need the wash plant, but some of that gravel I think I'm going to try to split off and run it through the draw crusher, and then run it through the cone crusher and get, or the blasted rock, I'm going to separate some of that off and run it through the jaw crusher and then through the cone crusher and get some gravel. And I'm going to run some of that gravel through this asphalt plant so it can make some asphalt, because I'd like to try to build some roads. But this is the plant so far. Everything else is everything's going into storage except for the dirt and pay dirt. The dirt and pay dirt is going over to the sluice box, and then the sluice box is giving me gold and diamonds and rubies and silicone. And I'm taking that and I'm putting it in this right here. So go ahead and do this. And we're going 999 gold, gold, silicone. So that takes up all that. And right now, before I lose any more money, well, actually, did I get the gold bars out of that? No, I didn't. I'm gonna take them gold bars, and I'm gonna go sell them. $17,000. Making money. So now I can afford that wash plant, and I'm gonna put that wash plant. Go to our quest buildings. Oh no, workbenches, and I'm gonna get the small wash plant. And I'm gonna take that wash plant, and I think I'm gonna set it right here beside this smelter. Right there. And then I'm gonna put my rubies and diamonds in here, and I'm gonna go 999. I want rubies and diamonds, and it'll start smelting that stuff through, run it through the wash plant, and you'll come out and you'll get refined rubies and diamonds that you can sell. So we're doing good. $17,000. We just keep on going, keep mining and selling. And oh, I almost forgot. So, like I said, the sluice box takes in pay dirt, and it mines out the gold, the diamond ore, the ruby ore, and the silicone, and then it just pushes dirt out the other end. And then I got the dirt out the other end just coming around on this conveyor belt and dumping into this sell point. So I'm selling the dirt, and you can get I don't know, let me see if I can find some dirt here. This is all just dirt, so let me go ahead and mine a piece of dirt here. So one piece of dirt, and if I go to sell, for every piece of dirt I get $1. So, but when you're dumping hundreds of pieces at a time in that sell point, which is what I'm doing when I get these big old bucketfuls, then anyways, when you're putting hundreds of pieces of dirt through there, it's hundreds of dollars. So, so I make about, every bucket I make about $500, because by the time I get the bucket and run it over to the hopper, and it runs through the cell plant or through the plant, I end up with about $1,000 for dirt, for selling the dirt. You can see right now I'm at 1612. So this will run through, and I'll be right at 17 or a little over 17,000. So I get about $1,000. But by the time I do that and get back over here to get another bucket, I've already lost $500 in interest payments. So I'm only making about $500 a bucket. Yeah, the trommel's a round sifter. Like I say, it sifts out the dirt and the pay dirt and pushes everything else through the other end. And then I got that going to a shaker screen, and it's shifting out the blasted rock and coal and solid rock. And eventually, when I make enough money and get this loan paid down, I'm gonna buy the jaw crusher and the cone crusher, and I'm gonna put a merger in there, or a splitter, because I want to split off some of that blasted rock and solid rock and run it through I'll run the jaw crusher, and then I'll sift out some of that off and run it through the cone crusher and get some gravel, and then some of that gravel I'll run through the frother, and then some of it I'll run through the asphalt plant to get me some asphalt, so I can build some roads up there in town. There's a town up above me, and it's all dirt roads, and I'd like to go through there and pave it. But that's later on down the line when I can afford the dozer and the and the grader. I get the dozer and the grader, and then I can go up there and flatten all that out and get it ready to pave with the asphalt paver. There's asphalt paver in here. I mean, this is a pretty good game. I like it. I'm hooked on it, really, because I play it a lot. Between if you go to my YouTube channel, it's T&BH Gaming. I play this and Railroader and American Truck Simulator and Railroads Online is mostly what I play. I have played the Tower Simulator, where you're an air traffic controller. I played that. That's pretty cool game too. Yes. But I got all kind. I bet you I got 50, 75 games on my Steam account. But the ones I do videos of is mostly is Out of War a lot, American Truck Simulator a lot, Railroader a lot, and then Railroads Online. I used to play Railroads Online all the time, but when Railroader came out, I kind of got into it. So I still play it, but I don't play it as much as I used to. Farm Simulator, I do that a lot too. I almost forgot about that one. And I did City Skylines for a while, but when they come out with City Skylines 2, it just, I don't know, for some reason my computer doesn't like to play City Skylines 2 because it just crashes on me too much. And I've got a pretty beefy computer. I mean, my graphics card's a 470, so it should handle it. Once they run it through a crusher and make limestone for the gravel road. Yeah, I don't know if you can. Let's go back to purchase, production. I don't know if you can. Man, you might be able to lay gravel out if you put it out and then run over it with push it with the dozer or the grader and grade it out. But I know you can make asphalt, right? You can run gravel through this asphalt plant and make asphalt. And then, but if you run it through the jaw crusher, you run blasted rock and solid rock through there, it'll make crushed rock. And then if you run it through the cone crusher, crushed rock will make gravel. And like I said, you can take gravel and you can run it through the froth floater, and you can get iron ore, copper ore, and all that out of it. And then you can also run it through the asphalt plant and get asphalt. So that's why I say I'm gonna split the gravel. Once it comes out of the cone crusher, I'm gonna split it, and some of it through the frother and some through the asphalt plant. But because I do want to make asphalt, but you can also like where was it? Oh, that's not equipment. That's not what I want. I wanted vehicles. So you can take a paver. So you can take the paver and put asphalt in it and pave the road. You got the rollers, so you can roll it out and flatten it out and mellow it out, and then you can take the asphalt paver and run it over. But I know the real way to do it is to put gravel down, but I don't know if that, where are we at, 19,000? I don't know if that I mean, you might be able to do it in this game. I don't see why you couldn't. Should be able to. I mean, dump it on the ground and just push it with the dozer and run over it with the roller, flatten it out, or take the trying to concentrate. Take the grader and grade it out, and then run some asphalt on top of the gravel. It's the way you should do it, but it's the way it's done in real life. But I think in this game you can just run gravel over the ground. I mean, run asphalt over the ground. But I don't. Yeah, this game don't get into that deep into separating it into limestone and then taking limestone and making gravel. It just takes crushed rock and solid rock and makes gravel out of it. Yeah, I bought this one. I was gonna build mine, but I couldn't wait because I was playing and doing YouTube videos on a gaming laptop, and it just got the graphics in the games just got too much for that gaming laptop, so I had to get something better. So I went ahead. I thought I picked up some coal before, but I didn't see any in the storage tank. I wonder what happened to it. But yeah, so I went out and bought this one. I think it cost me like $2,800 or something like that. But yeah, it's got a 470 graphics card in it, 32-bit or 32 gigabyte of RAM in it, so it's a pretty beefy computer. But the way they're doing games now, it's just, man, it's you can't have a computer, or you're constantly having to update your graphic cards because they're just putting more and more graphics in these games that these computers just can't handle. The graphic cards just can't handle it. So graphics card and memory, that's what it takes. I think mine's bigger than a DDR5. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. It's pretty beefy though. I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't have to update it for a while, so I got what I thought was the biggest one I could buy at the time. I mean, they had just come out with 4070 graphics card when I got it, so because I started to get one with like a 3060 or 3080, and I thought no, and then I saw the 4070 and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and spend a little extra money and get the 4070. So but now it was built by a company that's not far from me, so I know I can go right to they have a storefront, and I can go right in their store and buy stuff to go in it and switch it out and make it build it up a little bit. So like I said, graphics card and memory is what you need, what you got to have. So and I like this computer. It's built, and it's got all the fancy RGB in it, and it's got like 9 fans in it to keep it cool. Where we at? $24,000. This is it though. Digging. Name of the game. turn my beacon off. I want to go check where we're at up here. 128 diamond ore, ruby ore, silicone ore. $999 diamond, ruby. Oh, forgot to grab these rubies. $999. Oh, let's do this. Gold. Silicone. Alright. Oh, forgot to grab the gold. 167 pieces of gold. So now we can go to sell. And 62 pieces of ruby is $11,935. It's a pretty good sell. 167 gold bar, $1,549. So now we're up to 62. And that's all you do, guys. Keep doing that and keep doing that. We got to get this bank loan, this $500,000 bank loan paid off. It's costing me $5,083 a minute in interest payments. So that's why you got to keep digging. You just got to keep digging. But the plan in my head is I'm taking out this bench right here. I'm going to take out this bench right here. Still nighttime. Take out this bench right here. And then this bench right here. And then those are roads to get out of the pit. So I'm not going to bother them. But once we get this bench taken out, we're going tunneling. So pretty soon I'm going to have to build a road. See, that's hanging over, that stuff, dirt like that hanging over, it drives me crazy. I'm going to have to build a road over here and get up in here so I can get that other bench out before I get to it. Matter of fact, oh, let's turn my beacon on. My lights on. Let's get these ledges. I think I'm gonna do that now before I take out any more of the bench I'm gonna need to drive on. Can't get over in this corner here. Build us a little road up. $61,000. See, I always up $64,000. I've lost $3,000 messing around over there. Oop, hit the wrong button. There it is. Trying to climb the wall. Using a Xbox controller to drive this thing with. And you push down on the joystick is what changes the camera angle. And sometimes when I get concentrating and trying to dig or turn because the joystick that controls the bucket is also the one that controls the camera if you push down on it. So come on. Oh, you got to get a better bucket than that. Come on. Alright, I gotta wait autosave because it won't let you terraforming gets locked when you autosave. There's that high quality block. Best viewers on steamboo.com to remove the space. At W2X already. I'll have to look at that. Still didn't get a good bite. There we go. That was a good bite. Yeah, raising the bucket is down on a joystick, so a lot of times when I go to raise the bucket, I'll push down on that joystick and it changes the camera view. But pulling down on the joystick so it raises the bucket, and pushing down it, pushing it in is what so let's see, let's try that again. Another good bucket. There, see, I did it again. Alright. We're getting it. Usually what I do is when I get to a little over 100,000, I'll pay back $100,000, and that'll bring my interest down. And I keep doing that every time I get $100,000 till I get that loan paid off. And then we'll start buying some more equipment and expanding this plan a little bit. But right now we got everything we actually need to make a good bit of money. Not a good bucket that time. Try it again. All right, down to about what, right there. Nope. Let's try right there. There we go. Not a full bucket, but accomplished what I was trying to do anyway. I could pay these off by $50,000, but I don't know why. I just like to wait till I get at least $100,000. So I like to have that money in case I need it. Watch the hole. Gotta be careful when you're dumping in this hopper, because if you don't pay attention, you'll dump it out of the back and you'll have a big old, which I probably do anyway, got a big old mound of dirt back there. Alright. I think before we pay back this loan, we're going to have to buy a dang roller. Because if I had a roller to roll this hill out right now, it would be a lot. I don't want to go that way. I mean, it's almost there now. I think I just need to get one more bite out of it. Not too much of a bite that time, I think. Let me dump this and I'm going to check to see how much a roller costs. Because a roller would really help me right now over there. This ground's getting too bumpy and stuff to drive this thing across. Turn off all my lights. Go to purchase. I think, what were they under? Were they under paving? Yeah. So 83,000, 63,000. Well, I got 64. Let's get it. Let's get it. Helicopter will bring it. Alright, you're gonna sit right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple more bites of dirt out of this over here. Try to get us some money before, because we're down to 465. Now that should have been the side I went up. Looks like that was. Alright, there we go. 1,200. I feel better now. Alright. Start the vibrator. Alright, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it quite yet. It'll give me some flatter ground to drive on. A little bit more out of that. That looks better. Gonna level this out a little bit going through here. Fix this big hole over here. Alright, turn the vibrator off. Let's get back in here. Run over, whoa, ain't where I want to go. Go right here. Alright. Back up just a little bit. Nope, too much right there. Bring this down. That actually worked pretty good. You know, we got to get some money. Yep, we just went in the hole, $544. Come on. Need a couple quick dumps in here, we'll landing on the spot here and get us some more money built back up. And we'll take that roller over there and give it another shot. Wow, I just drug it across the ground. See, it was 262. I dumped a whole bucket in there. So it probably should have been right about $1,000 or so. And then it just, now it's back down to 167. It'll go up here in a minute. Now it's 1,065. And we're going to be minus $500 here in a minute. Yep, down to 482. Just took $600 out of that thing. Terraforming locked. Alright. Yeah, every time this game saves, it locks terraforming. So you can't do any digging. Alright, let's see. We're at 1352. Need to get at least built up to about $3 grand. That'll give us time to go run that. See, that dug a hole again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Look at that. Just drug it across the ground, filled it up. $14.83. $500 at a time. Fuel. Gonna have to go back up there and get some fuel. Shoot. That's gonna cost me $2,000 by the time I go up there and come back. $1,000 for fuel. I'm gonna have to buy a fuel tank. That'll be my next purchase. Alright. This should bring us up a little over 3,000. Or no, right at maybe 2,500. Nope, 3,100. So it did go over 3,000. But by the time I get up here and buy the fuel, it's gonna cost me $1,000. And get back down there and cost me $1,000 in interest payments. Alright, so we got what, 3138. It didn't cost me for fuel. That's odd. If it did, it didn't cost me a bunch. Well, yep. Must have just took it out just then, because I was at 3138 and then it went down to like 2,500 because of the interest payment. So we need to get some more dirt pretty quick. Alright, one more bucket and then we can go run that roller. Ooh, there's some lights on that thing. I think we got it. Think we got it. Come on. Get up there. There you go. Oh, I can't see nothing with those lights. Park this over here out of the way. Shut all the lights and everything off. I'll have to look at the settings. I don't know if you can control how long it stays dark or not, but man, it's dark a long time. We need to get some lights on the subject. And we can actually get up this hill now. Yeah, I almost went too far before I came up here. We may have to either buy another hopper or move this one. I actually think I've hit a coal vein. Whoop. Almost missed the driveway. Alright, let's see real quick. Factory conveyors. How much are the straight? Like 4,500 a piece. So we need, how many of them? Probably 3 or 4 of them. We're going to move that conveyor, because I could move that conveyor to right here on one of these cliffs, and then we could just dump it in it. Yeah, we'll start that tunnel once we get these 2 benches took down. And I haven't made up my mind whether I'm going to tunnel with the dozer or with the loader, or whether I'm going to tunnel with by a tunneler. I'll probably have to start out with the dozer anyway, or with the loader anyway, because a tunneler is about 300 grand. Alright guys, here's where we'll get to see and get a little bit back on that so I can see where I need to turn. Here's where we're going to see if we get any coal, because that was definitely coal I just picked up. I left my lights and shit on. That's alright. Oh yeah, we are getting coal. Cool. Good deal. We get anything in this? No blasted rock or solid rock yet. But we are getting coal. Still getting our gold and our diamond and our rubies and our silicone. Take these 2 out. Go 999. Rubies and diamonds. Oh. Take these rubies out. Take that out and that out. And I'm gonna go 999. Gold and silicone, and take this gold out and sell 350 gold for $51,000 and $26,000 for 140 rubies. And there we go, just that easy, man. We're back up to $80,000. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Up to $80,000. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jump out of here real quick. We're gonna go to the bank and we're gonna pay back $50,000. And it only takes it down to $525 a minute. All right. Probably take that $30,000 and move this. See if I'm making a mound back here. Probably a little bit. All right. So I need to make a place to put that. Right here, you think? That'd be a good place for it. I don't want to quit until everything's run through. Nothing in that. Nothing going through that. That's a good thing about these new conveyors. You can actually see, because you will see dirt if there's anything in it. I wonder how much coal sells for. I know if I hold shift, it'll split it. Okay. So let's go and see how much coal sells for. $8,000 for 900 and something pieces. Not a bad profit, but nothing I want to be selling it for. All right, let's tear it down. All right, hopper. Where did I say it was going to go? Right here. That needs to go down before I put that hopper there. Let me see if I can get a couple bucketfuls of dirt. See if I can get me a couple buckets full of dirt. All right, we're going to go overhead view here because we're going to have to do, I need to move that thing out of the way. It's in the way. Because this is, you can also, because you really don't need a hopper if you're careful and you pay attention to what you're doing. You can dump right into one of your Dump right into one of your conveyors. And then if you go look at the conveyor, it'll have all the dirt in it, except what I dropped on the ground. And as soon as you hook power to it, it'll move. Alright. Take one more bite. Out of that right about here, I think. Or where was I? Where was I taking that from? Yeah, that was where I was going to take it from. So let's go down. Alright, that didn't work like I wanted it to, but okay. Alright, right there's a better place, I think. So let's take the bucket. And let's put it right there. How's that? Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to move it just a little bit. Turn it just a little bit. How's that? Alright, we can move this. Get that out of the way. Get out of there. Alright. Now, let's see. Get that out of there. And go ahead and put this on this end. Oh, I'm gonna have to dig that out. Set in there. What does that look like? Yeah, that's not good. Let's dig a little bit more out of here. There we go. All right, got that done. All right. Guess we're gonna set our power plant right here. Put our pole right there. Cable there, cable there, cable there, cable there. Turn you on. Turn you on. All right. Let's get some straights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if that'll work. It's straight. You're straight. So far, so good. Getting into the dirt. Too far in the dirt. So we're gonna need a right. I don't have any rights. Got a left, but no rights. So I need two rights. Might as well purchase 2 rights. The right, nope. That wasn't turning right, that turned left. Left. Right. Straight. Straight. Nope. I need a left. I don't have enough for a left. All right. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff in here. Except for the coal. See how much gold I got to sell. All right, give me 37,000. left, right, yeah, it's not gonna work. So left, I'm gonna make sure all this stuff's running. Oh, let's see, make sure all, crap. All these belts are running. The trommel's running. Oh, this ain't running. This ain't running because we need some more power poles. Nope, could only get two. So only get two. So let's see. If I put one. Right here. Do I have enough cable to go from here? No, too far away. So I need to put it right there. Is that close enough? Still not close enough. All right. Right there. Yep, there we go. So I take this one. Come on. All right. How far is that? Not very far. Can I put it? Right there? Yep. But is it close enough to go over there? Oh, I need some more wire first. Wire's only $10, so. No. Not close enough yet. Need one more, I think. Yep, let's go see if we can sell something to get one more. 28 rubies. $72 gold. 5,000, 10,000. That's enough to get another power pole. Actually enough to get two, so let's buy two, just in case. But I think one will do it. I think one right. I think one right here will do it. Yep. Here we go. Now. Yep, dumping dirt. Cool beans. Alright, we're back in business. I got $3,000 left, which ain't enough probably to do what I need to do. Nope. It ain't enough. Alright, let's see if I got enough now. Alright, we're going to go some rough concrete. I'm got enough to get two of them, so let's do this. Let that run through a minute. There we go. $2,000. All right, so I'm going through here and buy one more of them. Boom. And we will set it right. Yep, we'll set it right there. Now we're rolling. As long as we can get to the hopper. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy another one. There we go. Well, that didn't work out too good, did it? That didn't work out good at all. All right, let's see if we can fix it. All right, got that fixed, I think. I hope. 3,500. You need to go about 1, 2. Come on. Come on. 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here, because I'm low on funds and I need to get some money back up, built back up. So I need to get this platform finished here. And some angle sides on this hopper, so I'll make sure everything's going in the hopper. There we go. We're getting built back up now. That's the way it goes, guys. You just got to keep digging, keep filling. And you can move the hopper and just add more conveyors. Or you keep hopper close to where you're digging. Just got to make sure that you got enough power to run them all. because they'll the more conveyors you add, the more power it takes. Alright, let's see here. Let's get a, see if we can get a straight on shot at this. I want to try to keep that wall as straight as possible. I don't want to dig into it too far. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I hate when it does that. There's that little mound I was talking about when you spill your dirt. Then you just got to get out, take your shovel, or if you feel like going down there and getting a roller and just pound it out. While I'm out here, I'm gonna buy, how many can I buy? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 3, 4. All right. Now I feel a little safer on here, but I'm $4,900 in the hole. So we gotta get to digging. Get to digging. Ah. Alright. It's going uphill for some reason. I'm going to have to get a closer, go back down to closer view. So I can see what, make sure I can see what I'm doing. Instead of this freaking overhead view. Come on. Yeah, because that's not level. This is going to be level. Yeah. It's not though. Why is it not going level? There you go. I think it dug down in a hole a little bit, but that's alright. We're back up to $1,000. Alrighty, we're getting there. Digging on into that bench. Get to that wall there, we'll go back down to the bottom, move our hopper. I might just leave it where it's at and work around it. Get this dug out. Where are we at on our time? On our line? What, 3.5 hours. We may go to 4 hours, guys, and call this one. Because it is getting late. It is actually 1 a.m. here in the central time zone. (1 a.m. on a Sunday morning). Alright, we're getting it back up there, 4,700. $6,600. We're getting it now. I'm going to park you right there. Is it gonna be out of the way? Yeah. I'm gonna go get this roller up here. Try to level this out a little bit. Getting hard to drive on. I get this leveled out some. And while we're over here, we'll go ahead and sell a little bit of gold and rubies and did I stop that vibrator? Yeah. See what we got up here. 217 gold, 75 rubies, 36 diamonds, 41 silicone. Rubies and diamonds, 999. Rubies and diamonds. Take these rubies. Oh, got one more ruby. Come here. Got over here. Go ahead and go 999. Gold. Take silicone. Go ahead and take this gold. I'm going to sell 298 gold for $43,000 and 119 rubies for 22,000. We're back up to 72,000. Let's go to the bank. 50,000 brings us down to $467 a minute. We're getting it down there. Getting it down there. All right. What the hell? Why are you digging that shit up? Why is it? For some reason it's gotten bumpy over there and I just run over that with it. $24,000. We're keeping our head above water. That's all that matters. Staying out of debt. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah. Well, ain't that in a pickle? Ain't that a pickle? All right, real quick, let's see if we can fix this. So, go and purchase. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's see if we can. So more than 4, so I'm gonna need 4 more. And there we go. I wonder if these will work now. All right. When we quit dumping it out there on the ground behind it, I seen a pile of it back there and behind it. That one up. Here we go. Come on, there we go. All right. Digging this. We're almost to the wall, guys. We're almost to the wall. Alright, that's going to give me enough leeway, I think, for a few minutes. Go fix this. This is just not looking right. No, still don't look right. That looks better. Go ahead and get one of these. Here we go. Nope. All right. Let's go digging some more. That way it keeps that stuff from falling out on the ground when we don't want it. We're making it to the wall. Yeah, like I said, anybody doesn't know this game, I think there's only one developer, and but he has a lot of people helping, like with testing and stuff like that. One of the guys, I watch a lot of his YouTube videos. I think he helps him out. I think the developer's name's Christian. But the guy Split in Two Gaming, I think he does a lot of testing for Christian, and helps him out with it, with testing and stuff like that. So yeah, they're coming along with this game pretty good. I like it. I mean, it's excellent. To me, it's an excellent game right now, and they're just going to get better and better with it. I might have to get that roller back up here. Yeah, there we go. We're building back up now. Get built up a good bit. I'll get that roller up here, level this stuff out. It's getting pretty hard to drive on. I mean, I don't know. I could just do it with my shovel. I think I'm just going to do it with my shovel. Because I want to try to save some money for diesel. All right, what we got? We got 3,500. Let's go look at fuel. Don't run the build. Well, no, we need that for the rough concrete. So equipment. Is it under equipment? Or it might be under vehicles. No. Buildings, fuel. Yep. All right. $2,000. We got $3,000. Let's buy it. All right. There we go. Refuel is the same as reverse. Every time I'm near that tank and I hit the reverse, it refuels. I might have to go in and change that. Because that takes money every time you refuel. I'm gonna fix that real quick. It's costing me money every time I back up. Alrighty. I think that's going to be the last dump load, guys. We're going to bring our bucket down, park it here. Let that run through. Just run over here and see what we got. $48, $23, $11, and $12. $9.99. Rubies, diamonds. Let's take these rubies. $9.99. Gold and silicone. Let's take this gold. All right. Nope. Got to go to sell. 32,000. 17,000. Puts us at $50,000. Alrighty. There we have it, guys. Alba ore. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, George. Mendo. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow and YouTube, like and subscribe. There'll be come back to the live stream later on in the description. There'll be I don't know, I gotta figure out how to put a description on the live stream. So, but anyway, thanks guys for watching, and tune in next time for I don't know if the next one is going to be a live stream or it's just going to be a straight out video. But if you'd like to see me live streaming this all the time, you know, leave a comment and I can do it. I'm fixing to go back to work, but because I've been out, I've had surgery on my neck and spine, and I've been out of work for almost 6 months now. So fixing to go back though, get the soft collar come off here in a few days. Tuesday, I think I gotta go to the doctor and get it, and I think he's gonna let me take the soft collar off. But once I get that soft collar off, I think I can go back to work. So but I'll still probably be doing live streams or videos on the weekends, at least every weekend. Maybe get a couple in there during the week. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Be kind to each other, love each other. God bless, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.